Hello, friends. Welcome to BetCraft. Okay, this is your home of show football predictions and analysis. Okay, uh, we never fail. We always give you high quality predictions and analysis in this channel. Okay, today we have games going on across the globe. We have some games coming up that we analyzed. Okay, we have some of them in conference Europa Conference League, and we also have some of them in Europa League. Okay, and that being said, I want to urge you, if this is the first time you're coming across our channel, please try to subscribe. Click the subscription button down there so that you do not miss out anytime we make our predictions on BetCraft. Okay, and again, I want to also stress the fact that you in the games that we're going to list, do not put everything all together. Do not accumulate all of them. Try to split it. Try to bet a maximum of five in one particular ticket. In that way, you're guaranteed a more greater chance of success. In this. Okay, that being said, we have to head into the business of the day. Okay, today we're going to start with the UEFA Conference League match where Ajax will be coming up against Aston Villa. Okay, as usual, we're looking at how they fared in the past and and also make our predictions on these very matches. And looking at how they fared, the home side is Ajax. On this occasion, we'll see that in the recent past, in the past 20 games, they've been able to manage them wins, and they have had 5 draws and 5 losses. Also, their away side have seen 11 wins, 5 draws, and 4 losses in their past 20 games they've had. And looking at how they fared in the recent past, that means in their last 5 games, how they fared, we'll see that Ajax have been able to win 2, and they've had 2 draws and also have had 1 loss, in the past 5 games. While Aston Villa, on the other hand, have seen 3 wins and 2 losses. Those 2 losses coming against Manchester United and Chelsea, in English Premiership. And not spending so much time, we know that the away side, Aston Villa, is a side that is in fine form at the moment, and they are much more, fancied to, take the sport in this encounter. And we made a verdict, and it is the away side to come up winners in this very encounter. Aston Villa win. That's our verdict. And heading to the next game, we have also in Conference League, where we have Olympiacos coming up against Maccabi Tel Aviv of Israel. And looking at how they fared, we see that for the home side, they've been able to win 12 in the past 20, and they have had 4 draws and 4 losses. But their away side as well have seen 13 wins, 5 draws, and 2 losses in the past 20 games they've had. And looking at the recent past of form, we see that the home side Olympiacos have won all the 5 games they've played in recent times, and also the away side Maccabi Tel Aviv have seen 4 wins out of 5 games they've played, and the other one they had a draw. Okay, in this very encounter, we make the verdict, and it is an over 1.5, at least 2 goals to come up in this very encounter. Looking at the fact that in all Olympiacos, in all the games they have played in recent time, they have been able to score 2 goals at minimum. Okay, and also Maccabi also have been able to score at least 2 goals in 4 of their past 5 games, and that informed our decision to at least see it at least 1.5 in this very encounter. So it is 1.5, 2 goals coming up in this very encounter. That's our verdict. And heading to the next game, also in the Conference League, we have Servette of Switzerland coming up against Victoria Plzeň of Croatia. And you're looking at how they fared in the past 20, you'll see that Servette have managed 12 wins, 6 draws, and 2 losses in the past 20 games they've had. While at their away side, Victoria Plzeň have been able to see 16 wins, 3 draws, and 1 loss in the past 20 games they've had so far. Looking at the recent past for both of them, we'll see that in the past 5 games for the home side, Servette have seen 5 wins out of 5 in the past 5 games they've played. So they are I think, quite in a very good form, in a very good shape at the moment. Also, Victoria Plzeň have as well seen 4 wins in the past 5 games they've had. So both teams are quite much in form, and in this very encounter, we brought all of this together, seeing that considering the goal scored and everything, we believe that the home side in this very encounter, will manage to come up with some sort of result, and the verdict it is home sides to win or draw in this very encounter. And going to the next game, it is also in the Conference League, where we have Union St. Galois coming up against Fenerbahce. of Turkey. We look at how they fared in the past 20. We see that the home side have had 15 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss in the past 20 games, and the away side have seen 15 wins as well, for 3 draws and 2 losses in the past 20 games that are played. Both teams are informed, they're doing so well in their league, and what's going to happen in this very encounter? Let's continue to look at the recent past. We'll see that the home side have won 5 out of 5 in the past 5 games ahead, and the away side also have been able to manage 3 wins, out of 5, and they've had 1 loss and 1 draw in the past 5 games ahead. And looking at the goal scoring, we'll see that the home side, at least in all the 5 games that are played in recent occasion, we'll see that they have been able to score at least 2 goals, and the away side also have been able to score 2 in 4 out of the past 5 they have played. And that informed our decision in this very encounter to come to the conclusion that the best verdict for this encounter is an over 2.5. We're going to see at least 3 goals coming up in this very encounter. 2.5, that's our verdict. And to the next game that we have is also in Europa Conference League. We have Dynamo Zagreb of Croatia coming up against PAK Salonika of Greece. And looking at how they fared also, we'll see that it is the home side who have gotten 15 wins in the past 20 games they've had. They've also had 4 draws and 1 loss. And the away side have been able to, accrue 16 wins in the past 20, and they've also had 1 draw and 3 losses in the past 20. Looking at how they fared recently, we'll see that in the past 5 for the home side, they have had 3 draws. 3 wins and 2 draws in the past 5, and the away side PAK have been able to manage 4 wins out of 5, and they lost the other one to Olympiacos Piraeus in Greece League. And in this occasion also, we saw that both teams are teams that are quite in good shape in their league, and they've been winning their matches and they've been scoring goals, and could not separate both sides, and we resort to goal scoring option. And in this very encounter, we made our verdict. It is at least to see an over 1.5. We're going to see at least 2 goals coming up in this very encounter. Okay, that's that. To next game, it is in Europa League, where we have Roma coming up against Brighton FC of England. And looking at how they fared in the past 20, we could see that Roma have managed 11 wins out of 20. They've had 4 draws and also have 5 losses in the past 20 games they've had. And the away side have seen 9 wins, 5 draws and 6 losses in the past 20 games they've had. And looking at the recent encounters, we'll see that in the past 5 for Roma, they have managed 3 wins and 2 draws, also scoring a lot of goals in the process. And the away side, Brighton, have been able to manage just 1 win out of 5, and they've had 1 draw and 3 losses in the past 5 games they've had so far. And putting all of this together, we believe the Romans, the home side, is in much more in better condition and better form, coming to this game. So it is the home side who is fancy to win this match. Home side to win. That's our verdict for this very game. Okay, and to the next game that we have, it is also in Europa League, where we have FK Karabakh coming up against Bayern Leverkusen. And in this very encounter, we looked at how both sides have fared. We could see that Karabakh have managed 16 wins in the past 20. They've also had 2 draws and 2 losses in the past 20, while Leverkusen, as we know, have seen 17 wins and 3 draws in the past 20 games they've played. They have not lost any match yet this season. Okay, those 2 teams in very fine form, and we'll see that in the past 5 that the home side have won 4 and have lost just 1, which was Europa League match against Braga on that occasion. And for the away side, they have won 5 out of 5, defeating all the opponents that faced so far. And in this very encounter, we make the verdict, and it is we're going to expect at least 2.5 goals in this very encounter. We're going to see 3 goals coming up in this very encounter. Okay, and that takes us to the last game of the day, where we have in Europa League, where we have Sparta Prague coming up against Liverpool in Europa League. We're going to as well look at how they fared in the past 20 for both sides. We see that the home side, Sparta Prague, have accrued 17 wins and 1 draw and 2 losses in the past 20. But the away side, Liverpool, who are the English Giants, have also gotten 15 wins, 3 draws and 2 losses in the past 20 games they've had. And Okay, looking at the recent past and seeing how they fared, we see that the home side Sparta Praha have managed 4 wins out of 5, and they had 1 draw in the Czech league. And for Liverpool, in the past 5, they have won 5 out of 5 in the past 5 encounters. So, and we expect a Liverpool win this very encounter, seeing that they are the stronger side with better quality and also playing in a very one of the greatest league in the world. We expect Liverpool to pick up the spoils in this very encounter. Liverpool wins. That's our verdict, and that concludes our tips for today, and I hope to see you win. Play responsibly. Do not put everything you have in the betting. Play with what you can afford to lose. Okay, this is football games. Anything can as well happen. Okay, and that being said, remember subscribe if you have not done that. Like our video, share it so that a lot more people will get to see our predictions. Okay, thank you so much, and I hope to see you tomorrow again for the next predictions of BetCraft. Keep winning.